Hello everyone, and welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury travel, luxury fashion, or life's luxuries in general. And today I have a very exciting video because this is my 4K unboxing and giveaway video. So I will be doing an unboxing of a bag from one of my favorite brands that I got for myself, as well as one that I got for you guys. And in doing that, I want to also talk about my current thoughts on the brand, as prior to this purchase, it had been over a year since I had bought things from this brand. So with that, let's get into it and let's show the items that I got for myself and for you guys first, and then I will talk about how you can win at the end of the video. So the first item, my item, comes in this big giant bag, and it's sort of a bit of a weird rogue item. And that is this giant terry cloth bag. And this is a bag, and I'll have to insert some footage of it, that it's not just a bag, and yes, it can actually hold stuff in it, but the main thing that's in it is a towel, because this bag actually comes, it turns like inside out and does stuff, and it becomes a towel. So it's an actual usable towel, and it says Rive Gauche Saint Laurent on the front. It's got all the YSL hardware. The big thing about this though is that in store this was, I want to say it was $2,600. I got it on sale with everything for $303, and so that is why I had to pick this up. I got it on sale through the outlet in Toronto, Canada, and this is going to get into a lot of why I haven't really bought a lot of stuff from YSL. But they were having a massive Mother's Day sale, and so because it was so massive, it was a sale that you had to order 2 items to get them to ship to you. So I picked up something for you guys as well. And that something is the black and white version of this tote. So this one also will be able to turn out and turn into a towel. I just thought that this was a super fun thing for summer. It was also an amazing price deal. And yes, $300 is a lot for a towel, but it's a luxury towel, it's fun, it functions as a bag as well. I just thought this was really cool and neat and different, and would be something that wouldn't be a normal thing that most of us would buy, because I certainly wasn't gonna pay $2,600 for a towel, but paying $303, yeah, I can do that. And I really wanted this giveaway to be from one of my favorite brands, and this was the way that I could go about getting the biggest bang for my buck item for you guys, by going through the YSL outlet on the Mother's Day sale. But I will get into all the details of the giveaway at the end. And I want to talk a little bit about YSL as a brand, my thoughts, my feelings on it, because my husband and I for a while were YSL VIPs, but we haven't bought anything from actual YSL for a year and a half, nearly 2 years now. And it's not because we don't love the items. It's because some of the items that we bought, in fact, many of the items that we had bought, my suit, Blake's sweater, my boots, Blake's boots, we saw go on sale from department stores. We saw go on sale through the outlets, and they were just so much cheaper. And when you are spending a lot of money on ready to wear, when it goes 50% off, you're talking about thousands of dollars in savings. And it got to the point with where, with YSL's increasing prices, coupled with the fact that we kept seeing 60–70% off of these pieces from the outlets, from department stores on SA's website, we just really can't justify spending that on ready to wear, because it doesn't feel as good having the ready to wear pieces when you know that you could have gotten it for 60–70% off. And there are pieces like my YSL suit that I love that are a little bit tarnished because they went on sale at really deep discounts. And so they're amazing pieces that YSL is coming out with, like the Mombasa bag. I I like the Mombasa bag, like the various ranges in the Akar Hobo bag and in the Carino bag. I like those bags. I do. I genuinely like them. I think that they are really fun. But the price points that they are bringing them out at are just massive. And YSL's resale value is not anywhere near that. And you couple that with the fact that, like, I'm even seeing the suede versions of the Akar bag show up in the outlet at 60 to 70% off. I'm seeing their leather duffel bags show up in the outlet at 60 to 70% off. And so when I am seeing that, it makes me not want to pay the price because it doesn't feel like that the value is there in the brand. When I look at brands that don't go on sale, I feel that there's more value there, and the market shows that as well. You don't see Hermes doing sales. You don't see Chanel bags going on sale. Like, Chanel does some like ready-to-wear and shoe sales seasonally, but even then, those are private sales. They are things that are just in the store. Like, it's not like that you can just go online to Net-a-Porter or to the outlet and get these items 50, 60, 70% off from brands like Chanel and Hermes. You don't. That's part of why they hold their value, is because they don't go on sale. And I'm not thinking about resale when I'm buying items, but I am thinking about the initial purchase price when I'm buying items. So for someplace like Hermes, scarves, stoles, shoes, bags, a lot of them stay pretty close to their value. Not all the items, but a lot of the items do, particularly a lot of the smaller pieces. When you look at YSL, that's not the case. And so even though I love a lot of the designs, even though there are a lot of pieces that my husband and I really like, there's this gorgeous like leopard blouse that came out in the fall along with this like jacket that went with it, and I'll put a picture up, and it didn't go with it, but RSA, who's amazing and who we love and who's the whole reason that we, if we were to buy anything from YSL, would buy anything from YSL because we love him, it's a fantastic styling. It's very me. I could absolutely rock this look. There was a complimentary men's jacket that my husband would have worn and really loved, but the jacket was $7 grand, and yes, it was suede, but it had shearling that was faux shearling. So like, it's not even like it's real shearling. And that's a lot of money when we know that that jacket is probably going to end up in the outlet at least 50% off for $3,500. So why would we pay $7 grand when we can get it in a year's time for $3,500? Same thing with the jacket and the shirt for me. I'm looking at it. I love it. I think it's awesome. I don't think that it's an outfit that's worth $8 grand. There was an amazing, and it is the most beautiful, I think, that I've ever felt in a gown. This beautiful, amazing gown, and the way like I pulled like different like accessories and pieces together in the store. This was the actual gown that walked the runway. And while I couldn't have had the actual gown that worked the runway, I could have had it made for me. They were willing to do that. It was going to be with tax $9 grand, and that meant that was what it cost for my husband and I to fly first class and stay for a week in a luxury hotel in Paris. Trip to Paris to spend time with my husband and with my friends. Dress that I didn't have anywhere to wear it to. Obviously, the trip to Paris won out. We went to Paris, and I'm very glad that we did. Do I still think about that dress and how wonderful it made me feel? Yes. Do I still wish that we could have spent all the money in the world and been able to buy things without thinking about budgets? Yes, of course I do. But funds are not unlimited, and so we didn't get the dress. And I wish that we could have done both, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we have different priorities. Many of them are building our financial future, and buying a $9,000 gown that I have nowhere to wear it to, just because it makes me feel pretty, doesn't make a lot of sense. And this is definitely a piece that will not end up in the outlet. I know that. But it's still $9,000 for a very thin piece of fabric. That, by the way, I would have had to wear something on because it was actually a little bit see-through. So I would have had to like put some sort of a slip or something like that under it for me to be comfortable walking around in it. There are plenty of people who wouldn't have thought that it was see-through enough to matter. And in the photos it doesn't look see-through, but I am very, very pale. And so it was see-through on me. And I would have been conscious of that. So it's not like that it would have just been that. I mean, I love YSL. I think it is a fantastic brand. I think they do a lot of really cool things. I love all the hype that YSL is getting. But it doesn't make a lot of sense when I look at the cost of the items. And this is from someone who, one of my most used bags was a YSL. One of my favorite bags is a YSL. Some of my favorite pieces in my closet that I love are YSL. Some of my husband's favorite pieces are YSL. But at the current pricing, I just don't think the value is necessarily there. And that's not to say that everything in there is that way. I think there are definitely certain pieces that you could absolutely find the value in. But when you look at the fact that there's a high chance that it's going to end up on sale or in an outlet, unless you really just love it and have to have it, might be worth the risk to see if it ends up in the outlet instead. But let's talk about the really fun thing, which is the rules for the giveaway. Now, this thing is massive, and therefore it would be very expensive to ship internationally. So for the YSL bag, that one is going to be US only, but for my international viewers, I do have a small little giveaway that I will be doing for you as well. I am going to be giving away the Christian Louboutin Little Book in red, as well as from one of my absolute other favorite brands, David Yurman, I will be doing the David Yurman Christmas ornament. This one will be for international folks. So, and it will also be open to the US people as well, but this giveaway will be open to everyone. So if you are an international person, make sure to, in the comments, this is the way that you enter, is that you will like the video. You gotta be subscribed as well because it's a subscriber giveaway. And then comment book if you are international, that will enter you for just the book giveaway. Or comment bag if you are in the US, that will enter you in both giveaways. And that is all that you have to do. Just be subscribed, like the video, and then leave a comment as book if you are international or bag if you are a US subscriber. And then I would love it if you would also say some videos that you would like to see me make over the next year. Overall, I just really appreciate this community. I started doing YouTube not to make money at it. I still really don't make that much money at it, but just to have a community of people to talk to. And I'm so grateful to all 4,000 of you who have subscribed, who watch my videos, who give likes, who leave comments, who send messages, to the handbag tribe that I've gotten to become friends with because of all of this. All of these relationships mean so much to me, and it's so wonderful to be a part of a community that gets to have fun and gets to genuinely enjoy these silly, frivolous fashion luxuries. And with that, I just want to say thank you very much and best of luck to all of you guys in the giveaway. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!